Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Stasho Rose here. I am back to talk about Disney and the live action Mufasa movie that's coming out. And tell you guys my thoughts on it. But before I do that, I have to share some unfortunate news with a YouTuber. But before I do that too, I also want you guys to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I post my videos. I wanted to get that out of the way so I'm not talking about that in the middle of talking about something sad. But here we go. This YouTuber here, I don't know his actual name. I don't know if this is actually his name or not, but I think it says Kraken the Box is what it is. He sadly passed away. Yes, he finally passed away. I wasn't sure if it was true or not, but he finally did pass away. So, yeah, I think he was, I don't know if it's cancer he had or, he had some sort of illness. I'm not sure why he passed, I don't know what it was that he had, I forgot, so sorry about that. But yeah, sadly he passed away. Knowing that at least he got, what he wanted and all that, it's really nice, He even got Jack Sparrow, or Johnny Depp, to play Jack Sparrow for him. Which was really nice. It was really nice for him. I'm surprised Disney, didn't freaking take down the video or something. I mean, a lot of people, even in the comments on that video, were surprised. Because, Disney did the same thing with Spider-Man. They freaking, took down the damn... they freaking, got on to people, who were, put Spider-Man on a kid's tombstone. Also, and you think that's bad enough, they also, won't allow freaking, I think they sued. I don't know if they sued or not, but they wouldn't allow a school to freaking paint with Disney's characters. Which is absolutely bullshit, It just tells you how awful... Disney has gotten over the years. I mean, they've had problems in the past. I think that school thing was in the 90s, but they were never they're never as corrupted as they are now. But I am happy that Johnny Depp, was nice enough to, dress up as, Jack Sparrow and all that. It was really nice, But yeah, sadly though, he passed away, and all that, so he can rest in peace, I suppose, I mean, it's still gonna be sad that he passed away at a very young age, I mean, I don't even think this kid was, he might have been 10 years old. I don't know. He wasn't, I don't think he was a teenager. I think he was a young kid. But I don't know how old he was, but he was definitely not a teenager. I know that by looking at him and all that. Unless, of course, I mean, I've known some people who've had, where they didn't go hit puberty and all that, but I don't think he was a teenager. But I could be wrong. But yeah, the reason why I'm not, decorating this, card here is because I wanted to show you guys, his profile and all that, before, considering he passed away and all that, and the fact that YouTube turned the comments off and all that. I mean, I think they did, or it may have been, the people too. But YouTube has been doing that. They've been turning the comments off and all that. That's the whole reason why my channel isn't kid friendly. I was kind of going back and forth on it anyway, but I was like. I was thinking about going for adults anyway, but it was kid friendly back then. But I kind of just got rid of it because they turned the comments off every time I would set something for kid friendly. They would turn the comments off. So yeah, that's why my channel is not aimed for kids. well, part of it. I mean, like I said, I was probably gonna go, I was probably gonna be doing this stuff anyway, but still, I mean, it's still stupid that they freaking turned the comments off and all that, but I'll be talking about that a little bit later, but I mainly just wanted to, talk about, this, YouTuber here who sadly passed away and all that, But I hope he can rest in peace, and all that. Even though, like I said, he died from a very, very young age. Like, he was super young. He passed away. And all that. So, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. His parents also don't seem too upset about it. They seem like really, happy. I mean, well, I don't know if they're really happy, because he's dead, but I don't know. They're just like, I don't know. They're like super happy, like they've got so much energy in them. I don't know, it's just kind of crazy, but I don't know. But I might go through the channel at some point in time in a separate video or something. But right now I'm not gonna do that. So because right now I've got too many other videos I've got to make, So yeah, but yeah, I will say he can rest in peace and all that. And yeah, it took me a little while, like a week or so to, post this video, but that's because I've been, really busy and all that. So yeah, and I forgot to mention this, but now I mentioned it, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the Disney thing now. But he may rest in peace. All right, now let's get to the Disney thing here. So, Mufasa. Mufasa is apparently supposed to be a live-action remake, or, quote, a prequel to the original Lion King that was remade in live action. So, I mean, in a way, it's kind of a remake, and it's kind of not. Because on one hand, they're not using 2D animation, but on the other hand, it's a prequel, so it's technically not a remake of a film that already exists, because there's no prequel to the original Lion King, which is kind of what pisses me off. I'm like, I want to see this freaking movie be 2D animated. I wouldn't mind seeing a prequel movie, to the Lion King, but I'd rather see it freaking animated. I don't want to see it, like live action like this. Everyone seems to be kind of getting sick of the live action remakes, though, because people were trashing on this freaking movie. Mainly its trailer, because the movie doesn't come out till later. Like, it's not going to come out for several months, but it's kind of funny that they're already releasing the trailer. Like, why are they releasing the trailer so early? Like, Disney seems to be doing that a lot. They release the trailers way earlier before the movie even comes out. I mean, they did the same thing with Wish. They released the trailer like a year before Wish even came out. Well, actually, take that back. They didn't have the trailer yet. I think they showed like clips of it or something, like I saw from Bob Chapek and all that when he was in charge. But that's the thing. They do this a lot, though. They do show trailers, and it takes a while for them to actually release it. A lot of times, I don't think that any of the other studios have had that problem that I'm aware of. But I could be wrong, but I don't know. It just seems to be kind of the case here. Like, it just seems like it takes several months, for them to to release a movie after a trailer. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, people didn't seem to like the trailer. I haven't watched it because honestly, I just don't care about live action remakes. It's not just Disney ones; it's in general. I've talked about in the past how I watched the Charlotte's Web live action remake. I didn't get into it. I thought it was just kind of, I don't know. It felt very soulless compared to the original. And that's kind of the thing. It just, I mean, they can make turn I think it's good. I like it when they turn characters into live action forms. They've done that quite a few times. But when it comes to remaking a film, and all that, I kind of would rather go to watch it in like watch the 2D version or something, or the cartoon version, like CGI or whatever, I mean, that's kind of what I would do. But yeah, I don't know. I just know that like, I just know that that's becoming that's a big thing with Disney now. That's really all they keep doing. They're making sequels, they're making live action remakes. They don't know what the hell they're doing, and people are getting sick of them. Now, personally, like I've told you guys, like I just told you guys, that I don't like live action remakes. Of movies that already exist and all that, but I mean, they could still make these, I don't have to watch them, but the problem is they're freaking making them all the damn time. Like, they're literally making these fucking films all the damn time. It's really annoying, it's freaking stupid, but that's what they're doing. They're literally going through their entire catalog and freaking, like, they're making live action movies and all that. And people are saying, well, they're running out of live action remakes, but Disney's got a big library of movies, and all that. I mean, they got Fox and all that, which honestly, I think them buying Fox was freaking stupid, because a lot of that crap was already ran into the ground, so they can't make profit off of it as easily. I mean, they can make profit off the older stuff, but a lot of that crap, can just go there. But, I mean, they could probably make live-action remakes of some of those movies. Heck, they could do a freaking Ice Age movie. I'm not kidding. They could literally do the first Ice Age movie and make it live-action. They probably could, and I wouldn't be surprised if they would. I don't know. I mean, I've been hearing there was supposed to be a 7th Ice Age movie, but that kind of got buried in the dust. There was supposed to be a Rio 3, too. But I haven't heard anything about any of those two movies. Because I don't know, I feel like Disney doesn't know what they're doing with Fox. But with Pixar and all that, they can do the exact same thing. They can freaking make a live action Toy Story or something. So even when they run out of these movies on here, they can literally go and go through a bunch of other, categories they have, and freaking, like, digging, like, ditches and all that, and find, movies on there they can, like, that they can make live-action remakes of. They can. It's just, that's what they can do. And the problem is, it's not just that they're making a lot of live-action remakes, that are freaking, like, ruining them, They're freaking ruining them, too. They're just, like, I mean, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I saw Dumbo, like back in, this was like a long time ago, which a lot of people don't probably remember it that much, but there was a live-action Dumbo movie. I actually did like how they animated Dumbo. Dumbo, has like facial expressions and all that. I do like that. Unlike the Lion King movies, they don't look like they have a lot of facial expressions. Maybe they might fix it here, I don't know, but the original one definitely didn't have any facial expressions, but that I heard, but I will say that the Dumbo movie does have that and does have Dumbo in it, but it feels like it focuses more on the kids, not the animals, it's not the animals. I mean, I guess they're trying to make it, stand out compared to the cartoon one, but I feel like they would have probably been better off. They would have been better off, like focusing on the animals. Maybe they could have done that and the kids too. They could have kind of gone back and forth or something. Or I don't know. They could have done a lot of things with it, but instead none of the animals talk. They focus on the kids and all that, and that's the problem. I had the same problem with the freaking like live action, 101 Dalmatians too. They did the exact same thing. They redid the movie and they took out all the soul in it and all that, and I just didn't watch it. Now, don't get me wrong. To be fair here, I have not seen the regular movie in a long time, but the fact that they made a live action remake of that and got rid of all the talking animals, yeah, it's kind of stupid. Apparently, they also made a Goofy one. And, I can think of it in the early 2000s. Now, that one looks like it could be more interesting, but I really don't care about any of these live action remakes, where they pretty much just take the whole story and don't do much with it. And they basically take out the stuff that actually makes sense. But the fact is, though, that they're not only doing that, but they're trashing on, stuff and ruining what made the original so good and all that. I can get why people are pissed off. I mean, I'm with that too. But that's the thing, though. They're just making too many of them. And I mean, even back in the day before they made all this, a lot of people didn't really care about these movies too much. I saw reviews on them. People just weren't really into them. But yeah, they've been just making live-action remake after live-action remake. Heck, I think they've had one almost every year since, I think like Beauty and the Beast, I believe. I don't remember if they had one in 2018 or not. I mean, they had a retelling. They had a retelling of it. Actually, no, wait, it was Maleficent 2 or something, the sequel to the original one. Now that one came out in 2014, but they have been making a lot of live action remakes and all that, and so they've been releasing one at least pretty much every year. So that's basically kind of like taking away a bunch of stuff and all that, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't mind them, remaking it for certain audiences. I wouldn't be one of them, but I would say they could remake these movies and actually make them, they can make them, good and all that. But this is one of those movies that, I feel like they should have made it 2D animated. A lot of people in the comments and all that I've read also have said the same thing. I also had one person in the comment on, one of the videos, I commented on that, and, this one person's this person's you don't, I don't like, cartoon movies and all that, but I'm I do and all that, and he's running his mouth in the comments and all that, and I'm just oh, okay, if you like it, that's fine, but it's not always about you, That's what made Disney so great back in the day. They made stuff for everyone, they switched it up. Now it feels like it's just the same thing over and over again, Especially with the live action movies, I mean, everyone's been kind of, pretty much everyone, I should say, has been, begging, they have been begging, them to, make a 2D animated movie again. But they so far really haven't. They so far have not made a full-fledged 2D original movie. So, I mean, to be fair, none of the other studios in Hollywood are really doing that either. I mean, Warner Brothers was doing that with Looney Tunes, but even then, that was not really a full-fledged 2D animated movie. But yeah, apparently it got gutted too. But it's still supposed to be released. I don't remember when it's releasing, but someone else they kind of got fought for it, and they actually won. Well, not Warner Brothers, but the audience won, and so they're releasing it. But I don't know when it's being released. But that would be nice to see a full-fledged 2D animated movie again. I would like to see that. But yeah, I mean, they could make live action remakes and all that, but doing this non-stop and all that, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I'm not gonna lie, they've been making not just one lately, but they've been making a couple, and all that. I mean, 2019, that was a few years back, and they made 4 live action remakes. They made the live action Lion King, the original one, Then they made, a live action, Dumbo movie. They made a live action Aladdin movie, and they've been making crap tons of live action remakes there. And apparently there's freaking more on their way, so yeah, I don't know, there's a Bambi one coming out that's supposed to be, it's a Bambi one, and there's gonna be a Snow White one, which honestly already looks like crap, but, I mean, not just because I don't like live action remakes, it's just in general, it looks like crap, they kind of took all the soul out of that. And, it's just I'm just people are just sick of it. And the thing is, though, Disney is going around, turning their freaking comments off. yeah, they turned the comments off afterwards, but they waited a few days to do that because, and all that. But the thing is, though, is, since so many people are backlashing this movie, and its trailer, because the movie hasn't come out yet, and saying how bad it is, they basically turned the comments off. But that's not gonna stop people from hating it. You think just turning off the comments is gonna freaking stop someone from hating it? That actually just ruins it. I'm like, I know technically it's, it hurts their business a bit more, but it's not gonna stop it, because people are so gonna freaking hate it. Turning the comments off ain't gonna do crap. It's like removing the dislike button, like YouTube did that. That's a little bit different because, people can still, dislike it and that can mess with their numbers, which, that I can kind of understand, but I still think that's stupid that they removed the dislike button because now, like, as someone like me, as a creator, I can't see, like, which videos are more popular and which ones are not. And then also, not only that, but also I have that's not the only thing. We also have a problem with, like, other videos, like, you can't see how good they are and all that, the dislike button is not as bad as removing the comments. The comments is what pisses me off because, like, I want to go on my, like, I want to go, watch some videos and all that, and, like, a lot of the comments are removed, kind of like this one here. They removed the comments. And, again, that could have been the YouTuber and all that, but a lot of these, like, a lot of this crap is, like, YouTube, in their YouTube Kids thing, like, I don't know if you get YouTube Kids, I don't know if that would technically, get rid of the comments or not, but I think it should be up. Like, it should be up to the adults, the creators, about that stuff. YouTube should be staying out of that business because, I want to see comments. I want to see what people think of things that I grew up with. Like, now, this might sound silly, but I like watching Starfall videos. I know that's for kids, but I just love its animation and all that. And I like to see people freaking comment on it, but almost all the videos, the comments are freaking gone. So, no one can, look at the comments and people can't, I can't want to see other people's opinions, and I can't do that anymore. So, I don't know, this whole thing's just kind of stupid. Like, it's not just Disney. Other studios are kind of doing that too. They're trying to remove the comments. And, that's the problem. It's not really doing anything, people are going to still freaking hate it, especially when you do it over and over again, it's not going to stop anything. But, I haven't noticed, funny enough, I actually haven't noticed Paramount doing it as much, though, which is surprising. I could be wrong, they might have shut the comments off, too, on the Fairly Odd Parents video, because they have a new Fairly Odd Parents show, because that's getting milked to death, too, so... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Hollywood in general is kind of just taking a dive. I think they're slowly dying off. They're not as, as popular as they used to be, which is kind of a shame because that's literally where, like, a majority of our movies come from, from Hollywood. I'm sure there's other studios in America. I'm not going to count other countries because a lot of other countries that they speak different languages. You can't understand them. But in America, there are other countries, that other, states, that actually probably have, movie studios and all that, But the fact that most of it comes from Hollywood, that kind of stinks. Because, if Hollywood goes under, then what are they going to do? Because Disney, Warner Brothers, and Paramount are all kind of struggling. Paramount, I expected to be as struggling as bad, but apparently it's struggling really bad too. So all three of these studios are, like, doing really bad. Disney has the parks to help them out a little bit, but that's the thing, that even the parks, they can only do so much at the parks, If they're not making profit anywhere else, then they're freaking, I don't know, I feel like they're gonna just get in trouble with that stuff because I think the investors and all that, it's just stupid, I'm kind of talking, all over the place here and all that, but I mean, I'm just kind of getting tired of dealing with this bullshit. I'm like, I want to see, Hollywood make good movies again. Make good movies. If you want to make a remake or a sequel or something, that's fine, Just don't freaking milk it to death, Toy Story, we have like freaking like, 4 Toy Story movies, and now a 5th one on the way, and then we like Ice Age. Ice Age, we have Ice Age, we have, we have 6 movies now, and then supposedly is going to be a 7th one on the way, if that still is coming. There's a thing when the franchises, get milked too much, and all that, and then it feels like they don't have any soul in them anymore because they run out of ideas. That's the problem, though, they just keep doing this. And like I said, I don't mind sequels to a movie, if they have any great ideas. But a lot of times these studios don't have a lot of great ideas for sequels, especially when you make tons of them. So, yeah, I don't know, but the thing is, though, even Star Wars would have actually been really good because, technically, Star Wars, they can, make a couple movies and focus on different timelines. The problem is, though, is they freaking Disney, and along with other, studios, and all that in Hollywood, don't give a shit about their fans and rather just destroy things that they grew up with. So, yeah, it's just kind of like, it's kind of frustrating, But yeah, I'm just kind of sick of this, and like I said, I'm sick of, sick of them, removing comments and all that too. Dislikes, that sucks, but that's one thing, but removing comments and all that, I would like to see people's opinions on stuff, and all that, I really would, not just that, but older stuff, people have made older videos, like I said, Starfall and all that, they made videos on that, they removed the comments, so no one can, read them, and I think it's because they're made for kids, but I'm why do the comments need to be turned off if they're made for kids? You can maybe they're turning them off because, I'm thinking maybe they're turning it off because, maybe, because, that way there's no bad words in the comments, but then basically YouTube removes them right off the bat anyway. They did that with me, I didn't go, I didn't run my mouth and cuss anybody out, but I was, just using a single cuss word on a Family Guy episode, and I was, how I hated one of the characters and all that, it was like a reaction video and all that, but somehow, using, the F word and all that they removed the comments there, but I don't know, it just feels so stupid, it feels like, it feels so limited, you'd be better off, commenting on, other, platforms like Twitter or, Twitter or, Instagram or Facebook or something, you'd be better off, going there. Because, that, at least, there you can at least, comment on, things and all that and see what people like, but I shouldn't have to do that, and no one should, they should be at least, they should, keep the comments open and all that for everyone, and all that, and just let the people decide, because they have an option for turning off comments, but, But most of the time, they're forcing you to, they're forcing you to, turn them off because they won't let you have the option. So, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, this is I guarantee this movie is not going to probably do very well. It's probably going to do really bad. That's just the state of Disney and a lot of Hollywood, studios, some of them at least are trying to they're still trying to make good stuff, but a lot of them just kind of don't care anymore, They just want to make bad stuff, and people are just sick of it, People want to see good movies where they can sit down with their family and enjoy. But I don't know, but I'm probably going to go ahead and let things go from here, though. So I'll see you all next time. Anywho, bye-bye.